Alright, so it's about 10:30 at night. I just want to give an update. We've been going pretty flat out. So we've got the primer on and we've got the two top coats. We've also put the windowsills on and the cornicing and the battens on the roof. Cornicing's still got the grubby finger marks on it, so yeah, just excuse those. So it's a bit of a change. If I jump in here, so you've got the primer's been done, so we went with 2 coats of primer. Made a extremely amateur mistake and didn't stir the primer quite well enough, which I'm quite frustrated at myself for doing. We didn't really find out until afterwards when we opened up the primer can and we were just doing some of the battens you can see up there, and some of the cornicing, and found that it was quite gluggy at the bottom, and that's because I obviously didn't stir it correctly. So lesson learnt. So you can see that we've actually replaced the some of the battens. There's one missing there in the corner, in the middle, sorry. And they're actually they're not that bad to put up. Like, they're not as finicky as I thought they would be. So obviously I've got the big halogen jobby in here at the moment, but when we get the new light, it'll be just a lot gentler light, and you'll actually see the pink come out on the walls. You can sort of see it there. We've got a stark white. The battens and the cornicing are a stark white, and then the ceiling is half strength Chantilly. Oh, I was going to say Chantilly lace then, Chantilly silk, and then the walls are actually a Chantilly silk full strength, which just got it looks pretty much white, but it's got a very slight pink touch to it, and it just brings the warmth in. The window frames have just been sanded back, so we get rid of all the paint. They actually came back acid dipped, and then we sanded them back. Well, Evan actually sanded these back, and they just came up an absolute treat. And then we just put sickens on it. So yeah, extremely happy with the way it is at the moment. A few more things to finish it off, and then we're done. At the moment we went and got some finger pine, so I'll cut that to length to finish off the other battens, and then we're pretty much fitting out, so almost at the point of looking for a light and curtains. And then we don't actually leave the skirting boards off until we get the floors polished. So you can, I don't know if we'll be able to show you down here. Ow. Underneath there you've got the, it's all hoop pine, 6-inch hoop pine. So we'll get all that polished up, and we thought we'd just make it easier for the floor sanders and keep the skirting boards off, and that way we can get it flush all the way to the edge, and then we'll tuck the skirting boards on. You can see on the skirting boards over here, and again that's been sanded back and put it Sickens stain. We actually went with the pine stain for this room, but we'll probably go the transparent UV block for the other rooms, because this is actually what the wood looks like underneath. So it's that really nice, video probably doesn't do it justice, but you've got a really nice golden colour there. So the UV block will actually just bring that out even more, whereas with the pine it's actually darkened it, and still looks good, don't get me wrong, but it's probably just a bit darker than what we really wanted, and it sort of covers up the heritage pine, heritage hoop pine. So there we have it. That's pretty much where we're up to. Big kudos to I had Nick and Nathan over giving us a hand with the gyprock, and they've been just an absolute treat. Nick even came over today with a lawnmower, just knocked on the door and said, "Oh, I'm here to mow your lawns." So, yeah, awesome job. So, yeah, that's pretty much it. So, as my mum would say, fuck yeah.